Hello everyone, nice to meet you all again. Let me just start with a small question. Have you ever said something and immediately wished you could take it back? Or done something without thinking and later thought why I did that? Well, that happens to all of us. Our mind is very fast. Sometimes it just runs ahead of us like a wild horse. It jumps from thought to thought and from emotion to emotion. And when we just follow it without noticing, we can make mistakes, hurt others, or even just end up hurting ourselves. But today we are here to learn something very powerful: mindfulness. Mindfulness means being aware. It means noticing what we are thinking, what we are feeling, and what we are about to do before we do it. It's like having a small pause button inside your mind, and that pause button can just change everything. A mindful person is not just calm, they are strong, wise, and they have control of their own lives. Even Gautama Buddha said that mastering the mind is the greatest victory a person could ever achieve, not winning against others, but winning against your own anger, your own impatience, and your own careless actions. So today, let's train our minds not to be faster, but to be clever, not to react, but to understand, and not to live, but live with awareness. Before we start today's session, I would like to give a brief summary of last week's program. At the beginning of the session, Dhamma Oshada Swamin Wahansa discussed the phrase, "I don't think before I speak. I just like I just like being just as surprised as everyone else by what comes out of my mouth," and connected it to the importance of mindfulness in our daily lives. Then we practice mindfulness. Then we practice mindful walking and mindful sitting for about 10 minutes, followed by reading and discussing our reports with the group. Finally, we ended the session with a small activity and concluded the program. Now, I would respectfully invite Dhamma Kusala Thero to start the program. Avasarai Swamin Wahanse.
Thanks, Tenuka, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. So, we are meeting once again with our usual weekly session. And as you know, today let's take another topic and let's see how we can relate this particular topic to the practice of mindfulness and to our lives. So, it's good if you can turn on video. I can already see some of you. it would be very nice to see the others as well. That way we know that you are here. You can feel that you are engaged. So please feel free to turn on video and show yourself. That way we can be connected throughout the session. And today it's a topic that is very much related to the practice of mindfulness. And let's say we live in a busy world. We have many things to do in a day, right? So sometimes it is natural that you lose yourself. Sometimes you get frustrated. Sometimes it is hard to remain calm, right? So such occasions are there, right? Can you recall any occasions where you struggle to remain calm? What are such occasions in your life? You struggle to remain calm in some occasions. What are your thoughts? What are such occasions? Or are you calm and composed all the time? Seems like Laviru.
Laviru, you can
Thank you. When you're like in a competition, taking part in a competition, like for example, running.
Okay. So you get too excited, is it?
Yeah, sometimes, like most of the time.
Excited, fearful,
Yeah, nervous.
nervous, such emotions come when we are in a competition. In a way, when we are in a competition, we have to have that energy. That very energy will help you drive power through, and it will help you win as well. But that energy, if you don't channel it properly, it can make you fearful, anxious, nervous. Those things come. Any other such occasions? What are the occasions that you struggle to remain calm? Come on, think about your own life and in what occasions you become fearful, you become frustrated, you become sad, you become anxious. What are such occasions in your life? Tenuka, yes.
So I mean, for me, like every time when I like go to a swim meet, like that, like stressful thought comes, like I sometimes feel like that butterflying sensation in my stomach. And another instance where I felt kind of scared was also the first day where I had to co-host the SatiPasala meetings. When I had to just start the starting speech, I like felt a little sweat also just appearing at that day.
Yes. So thanks for sharing those things. As you mentioned, when we are facing a competition, that happens. And when we are presenting something, when you have to talk before an audience, when you have to start a meeting, then it's natural that you feel nervous, right? So these things are natural. We live in this competitive world. We feel anxious, fearful, nervous. That's natural. And sometimes we lose ourselves. We feel like we have too much to do, right? Maybe sometimes studies, we feel like it's too much. You have no time to play. You have no time to rest, right? So it's a busy world. It's okay. It's a chaotic world. So it's natural to feel overwhelmed by this world every now and then. But it's important that we accept it and we share it, right? Acceptance, awareness, sharing, those things can help. So how about others? What other occasions that makes you anxious, that makes you fearful, that makes you sad, that makes you stressed? Any other thoughts? Yes, Sanaya?
So now you can
Sometimes in exams, like talking in crowded places in front of them, like on a stage.
Yes, good. Exams, they make us nervous, right? Fearful.
And on a stage, there's crowded people, and you're the only one who's performing.
Yeah, that also can happen. Even I have that problem. Yes, going in front of a crowd, it makes you nervous. You have
Yeah.
to, right? So those things happen. So that's Senaya's idea, Olu. What you have?
or you can
Like if my friends don't like talk to me for like the day, so I get a bit sad.
Okay, yes, that happens when your friends avoid talking to you. You get sad and lose your peace of mind. Yes, so that's another occasion. Come on, what are the other occasions? You can think about your own life. We all have these things. We become fearful, we become sad, we become worried, we become angry. What are such other occasions?
Mithum and Nithum, you can
When people bully you, not going to when
Yes,
people bully you.
yes. So bullying can really upset you. Bullying can really make you sad, fearful, frustrated. Yes. Shania, you have anything else?
When you're like home alone and then you get an unknown knock on the door.
Okay, yes, that's a scary one. Yeah. You're home alone and somebody knocks on the door.
Like in an apartment.
Sorry?
Like in an apartment.
Yeah. In an apartment, you are alone. Maybe
Yeah.
it's your parents, but you get this, fear suddenly.
Yeah.
Right. So that's also there. So we added exams, with sport events, performance on stage, then sometimes home alone, fearful. What else? What are the other occasions? I'm sure you have a lot, right? What other occasions come to your mind? What makes you worried? Olu said, the friends avoiding her, not talking, that makes her worried and sad. What else? What other things come to your mind? Yes, Tenuka.
So I asked if we can't like achieve certain goals or do something that we promised to another person if you can't do it in time or something like that.
Yes, so completing on time goals, those things can uh, make you anxious. Then not sticking up for what you said. That's also another thing. Yes, you can't keep your promises. That's okay. Sometimes the promises, when you make them, you made them wholeheartedly, but things change, right? So probably you can tell them that I could do this, or probably you can send them a message or something. Even without updating them, sometimes we'll have to go with the flow. You made a promise wholeheartedly. It wasn't fake, but due to the changes, you couldn't do it. Yeah. Then
So now you can
When you like forgot your book that you have to bring at school, you have to bring one on school to on a day, but you forgot to.
yes, so that's another way to get worried. The teacher might blame you. Yes, and you get lower marks probably. So that's also happens. Maybe we'll ask Niranja auntie. This is in March. So what makes you bothered? Niranja auntie, are you there? Probably not. Niranja auntie, although the name is there, probably she's not there. So we'll go to Sehara Vinit.
Tehara and Vinit, you can unmute.
When someone forces me to do something like go on a roller coaster.
Sorry, can you repeat this? I didn't hear that part.
When someone forces me to do something like go on a roller coaster.
Okay, so what's the emotion that you get?
Anxious and worried.
Yeah, but towards the end of it, what do you feel?
Happy it's over.
Happy it's over. You don't get that high going through all that uh, roller coaster ride?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Many people force themselves to go on a roller coaster ride. So at the end, they feel that high, right? Like you get so excited, and
Yeah.
many people they simply go on such rides just for that high at the end, right? So if you don't like it, you can simply avoid and say not to force you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems like Niranja auntie wanted to add something.
Bante, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Do you know our topic? Do you know what?
Yeah. I was listening, but all of a sudden, I think I got disconnected. Uh, for me, Bante, it's my work only.
Yeah,
Work. Yes.
in March.
In March and the work itself, it's a stress kind of thing, especially with while working with the banks and transferring. So I'm like when while doing bank transfers, I'm more stressed. So I can feel that I'm stressed that time.
Okay, yes. So stressful work related stress, and since you have to take risk, it continues. Yes, so that's another thing. Then netum metum
Mithun and Mithun, you can unmute.
Like in like different occasions where you don't know what to do.
yeah, certain uncertainty, uncertain occasions you feel the
Shooting.
uncertainty. What are such occasions for you? Netum mitum. Can you give us an example of such a occasion?
Like a test or something.
Test. Is it exams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yes. Uncertain. Tenaya.
Like when you broke a glass, which was not belong to you, just someone else's. Like
Okay.
something you broke.
Yeah, that happens, no?
Yeah.
You break someone else's something and you have to hide it.
You don't know what to do.
Yes. Usually you hide it, but even after hiding, you end up, getting exposed. They will
Yeah.
out that you broke it. Yeah. So that's a difficult occasion. Yeah. Okay. Now, if we can see the weekly flyer, I think, yeah. So you can see, yes, that's Lima, right? Any cartoon characters come to your mind when you see this picture? Anyone? Who is this creature? Olu, yeah?
Only can
I don't know its name, but it's like somewhat of the Lion King show, right?
Something? This cartoon character? What did you say? Olu. Sorry, I couldn't hear the volume change.
I've isn't it? I don't know its name, but isn't it a cartoon character from Lion King?
Ranting. Okay, yes, yes. Yeah. The name of the cartoon character? The name of the cartoon character? Do you remember? Olu. No? Who can remember the name? We have many hands. We'll ask Sehara Vinit. That's the first one, I think.
Sahara, I mean, you can.
That character is Timon, but I thought it was King Julian from Madagascar.
Okay, yes. That's a better one, no? King Julian, Madagascar. Move it, move it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the character. So it's a Lima, and you can see the meditative pose. You can say it's like, meditation, meditating. And the quote says, come on, inner peace, I don't have all day. Right? So that's in a way, we want inner peace. We prefer being at peace, but we can't get it all the time. Yes? So it says, come on, inner peace, I don't have all day. So he is waiting for the inner peace. He's meditating till the peace comes, but it feels like it's far away. Right? So, what can we suggest? We can simply say, sometimes it is human, sometimes it is natural that you don't have inner peace. You are anxious, you are fearful, you are angry, you are worried. All those emotions are natural to us, right? We prefer peace, but it's not always there. Kiara, you have something?
Here you can.
Yes?
Maybe it's a raccoon.
Raccoon, yeah, it's looks like a raccoon, but not exactly a raccoon. But similar, no? Somewhat similar. This is a lemur. That's the official name of the animal. right? So anyway, as we were saying, right, it's human to feel all these emotions: anger, fear, anxious, worried, sad. All these emotions are human, and sometimes there is no peace within. There is no inner peace, right? But we can be mindful that we are anxious. We can be mindful that we are fearful. We can be mindful that our mind is all over the place, right? That way, the mindfulness can continue. So, our practice, the mindfulness practice, can help you to distance yourself from all the chaos in your mind. That's the very idea. Otherwise, if you expect peace only, sometimes it's not there. But if you know mindfulness, you know sometimes the mind becomes peaceful, sometimes the mind becomes chaotic. It's like this mind jar, right? You can see how the mind jar is sometimes clear, see, clear, and sometimes it becomes cloudy, right? This is our mind. So both these states are natural to our mind, not only calm but also chaotic, right? Not only clear but sometimes cloudy, right? So that way, with mindfulness, we can navigate these situations. With mindfulness, we can face troubling times. That's how we can continue our life. Otherwise, if you expect only peace all the time, that's probably not human. Yes, we are human, so we get all these emotions. You can navigate those times with mindfulness. That's the idea. Know that you are worried, know that you are fearful, know that you are anxious. With that awareness, with that mindfulness, we can face those situations, right? Have mindfulness as your guide to navigate those situations, right? So you shared many such occasions, being alone at home. I think that was Senaya. Then breaking someone else's something. You become anxious, you become fearful, you feel guilty, right? Such occasions you can have mindfulness as your guide and somehow do the right thing. And whenever you feel all the other emotions, occasions, take mindfulness as your guide and try to navigate those occasions, right? Even for Niranja auntie, we can say have a break, a mindful break. Probably this is her break joining the program. But anyway, working can be anxious, working can be stressful, but you have to find your own balance. You have to find your own ways to be somewhat calm and composed in such situations. So the whole idea is we can't expect peace all the time. We can't expect composed mind all the time. Sometimes it becomes anxious. Sometimes all these emotions come. It is human. It is natural. We try to navigate such occasions with the help of the mindfulness, right? You know that you are fearful. You know that you are anxious. And with that knowing, you try to face the situation. Okay, so that's the idea for today. You can say goodbye to the Lima who is meditating, and let's go into today's mindful walking and sitting practice. So, first, we'll go into a walking session. I think most of you are already aware about walking practice. But anyway, you select some space, you start walking in your natural rhythm. And during this time, The idea is simply to be mindful of your steps. Feel the steps, feel the ground, feel which parts of your feet is touching the ground. That way we try to walk mindfully, and time to time we get distracted. Our attention goes to other things, but that's okay. Once again, you can return to your steps, and once again, you can feel your steps. Right? So, this way, let's walk for some time till you hear the bell sound. You can walk, and during this time, we try to be mindful of our steps. Feel the steps during this time. Okay, everyone. Now you can come back to your seats. Next, we are going to do a few minutes of mindful sitting. For this, feel free to turn on video and you can sit in a comfortable manner. Make sure that you are balanced and comfortable. Then you can gently close your eyes. You are seated and you have your eyes closed. It's better to keep your back upright. That makes your posture straight and balanced. And simply notice the breathing in your body. Notice how the breath goes in. Notice how it comes out. We try to be mindful of our breathing. Sometimes the in breath is longer, out breath is shorter, in breath is cooler, out breath is warmer. This way we can feel the breathing. Time to time, various other thoughts, memories come. You hear surrounding sounds. Sometimes you feel sleepy, and sometimes pain, various sensations in your body. But among all these things, we can be mindful of our breath. Notice how the breath goes in. Notice how it comes out. This way, let's continue few minutes of mindful sitting. Okay, everyone. So that's our time for mindful sitting. Now you can open your eyes. Let's get started on today's mindful experience. You can take the journal and start writing about what you experienced in mindful walking and sitting today. And for this, remember, you can tell us how you experience your steps in the walking, how you kept your mindfulness with the steps, and whether you are successful in it. In the sitting, did you feel the breathing, and were you able to maintain your mindfulness with the breath for a long time? Right? So let's take some time to write our report. And you can use the Zoom hand to show when you are done. I can see Tehasna is done. Others seems to be writing. You need more time. Tehara, Vinit. Let's take probably like couple more minutes before we get started. Okay, everyone, I think that's enough time to write your reports. If you are still continuing, then you can get your turn later. Tenuka, do you think you can manage both?
Yes, Saminans.
Okay, then let's get started.
First, Tehasna can unmute.
Tehasna.
Mindful walking. I felt sleepy and tired. My legs felt cold. And mindful sitting. I felt sleepy and I was cold too. I was really tired.
That's the end.
What?
Are you done with the report?
Yeah, it's just a little one.
Okay, so sleepy and tired.
Yeah.
That's how you felt. But among all those troubles, you can continue with mindfulness, and that can help you relax. right? So it's a good way to relax yourself when you are sleepy and tired, simply by doing few minutes of mindful walking and sitting. Try to use that as a tool, and you can see how it can help you to relax yourself.
Next, Sahara and Vinith can unmute.
Mindful walking. I did 12 to 15 steps per lap. I got distracted a few times. I noticed that if I wasn't paying attention, I accidentally kept counting for 2 laps. I focused on my walking. Mindful sitting. I felt a little bit sleepy, but I did not fall asleep. I sneezed a couple of times, which distracted me. I barely opened my eyes during the session. I focused on my breathing. Thank you.
Yes, so that's your brother is not there today?
He doesn't want to share.
Okay, right. So the thing I noticed was that, you caught yourself not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's a good way. You can catch your mind in the act. You can
Yeah.
catch your mind thinking thoughts. You can catch your mind worrying about something. You
Yeah.
can catch your mind planning future, right?
Yeah.
So that way, we can catch our mind in the act.
Yeah.
That's a good way to practice mindfulness, not during your daily, not during the walking sitting, but even in your daily life.
Yeah.
And simply pay attention and see where your mind is.
Yeah.
And you can simply catch your mind in the act,
Yeah.
probably thinking thoughts, worrying about something, planning future, right? So
Yeah.
that way, it's
Yeah.
good to catch our mind in the act. And that's a great way to practice mindfulness in your daily life, especially in your daily life. You can do this in the walking and sitting, but especially in your daily life, you can practice this. Try and see.
Yeah. Thank you.
Next, Malina can unmute.
Thank you. Mindful walking. At the beginning, I was able to focus on my walking. I focused on the temperature of the floor and which foot I was keeping down at every moment. After some time, some thoughts arose in my mind about what I would do later in the day or something about the past, but I managed to brush them away to continue walking. Mindful sitting. I was able to focus much better on breathing than walking. And for around 5 minutes, I was able to observe the length of my breath, whether they were short or long, where the inhale started or where the exhale started, and how the rest of my body felt while breathing. Towards the end, I started noticing a few background noises and a few thoughts appeared in my mind. Thank you.
Yes, good observation. Now, these thoughts, this is how the mind works. This is how we plan, function, right? And we encourage them usually. But in the practice, in mindfulness practice, you can simply see how the thoughts are coming. You can simply see that you are planning future. You can simply see that you are worrying about something. So this way you become more mindful, more conscious about the thought processes as well, right? So we observe the breathing, we observe the steps, but indirectly we become more conscious of our thought processes. That can help you to improve the ability to deal with your own thoughts and emotions. Usually we get carried away with the thoughts, we get carried away with the emotions, but this practice will help you to deal with your thoughts, emotions much better. Without getting carried away with them, you can make conscious choices. You will have to make choices, but you make them consciously without simply giving into these thoughts, right? So that ability is important. especially at a young age like you.
Lavir, you can unmute.
Thank you. Mindful walking. I felt how the floor had soft and rough spots. I felt how my hands touched each other. I felt how my chest muscles and leg muscles hurt a bit. Thoughts came and went. I felt how I turned. I continued until the bell rang. The bell echoed loudly. Mindful sitting. I felt that my hands rested on the chair arms. My hands and legs touched each other. I felt the pressure on my back and how my back was resting. Thoughts came and went. I felt how the breath went in and out my nose, went in through my nostril, touching the edges and the inside of my nostril. I felt how the breath I exhaled touched the upper lip. I felt that tears of relaxation formed and I wiped them off. I heard the bell ring loudly. End of the report. Sir.
Yes, Laviru, as usual, a good observation. And things come and go, but your mindfulness is there, and the objects change, but the mindfulness is intact. That's what matters, right? Initially, we use the breath to assure us that the mindfulness is intact, but later you can sustain mindfulness without the breath, without the primary object, right? Various objects come and go, but your mindfulness is intact. That's the real ability. Mindfulness is a different quality, and no matter what the objects are, we can simply be mindful. But in order to introduce it to someone, we have to tell them to be mindful of the breathing. Through the breath only, they verify that they are mindful. Through the steps only, they can verify that they are mindful. But gradually, the capacity will increase. No matter what the objects are, you can simply be mindful. And that way of practice is good for you.
Next, Kiara can unmute.
Mindful walk. I can think about my feet. I heard the birds sing. I heard vehicles moving, so I started listening. Then I heard the bell rang. Thank you. Mindful sitting. I can think about breathing and sitting, so I could stay calm. I opened my eyes a few times. I got distracted and then I calmed myself from listening the natural sounds. I got a little sleepy. I got a little thirsty and then I drank some water. I heard the birds sing. I heard vehicles moving, so I started listening. And then I heard the bell rang. Thank you.
Yes, good. It's been a short time. You started practicing mindfulness, and you are making good progress. All the things, sounds, vehicle noises, other things come and go, but you can think about your feet. You can think about your breath. That's important, right? Other things come and go, but among them you can think about your feet. You can think about your breath. That way, try to practice mindfulness. If you do every day, you can do 5 minutes of mindful walking like this, then you can really improve your mindfulness. Can you do daily? Few minutes?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Next, Luminda and Amir.
He's smiling.
Okay, thank you. During the mindful walk, I slowly walked around and tried to pay close attention to each step and my breathing. At times, I found it difficult to stay focused, and my mind kept wandering to other thoughts, which made it a bit frustrating. I also felt slightly restless. During during the mindful sitting, however, I tried to bring my attention back to the present, and my back was straight against the wall, and I started to feel calmer and more relaxed. Even though it was challenging at moments, the experience helped me become more aware of the present. Thank you.
Yes, so frustrations come when the thoughts and other distractions are there, but we can't find a world without distractions. We can't find a world without thoughts, right? So, among these thoughts, among these distractions, you have to practice mindfulness. That's how the ability will improve. So, among the thoughts, develop the ability to come to the breath or the steps. Among all the distractions, can you navigate your attention to the selected object? That's the skill, that's the ability that we are developing. So, don't worry about all those distractions, don't get frustrated by them. Among them, you can develop this ability how to bring your attention to the selected object. That's what we are practicing. Try and see. With repetitive practice, you become much better at it. Tenuka, yes.
Asaraya Swami answered. Mindful walking. First, I felt that the floor was cold and had the perfect amount of grip, not too sticky and not too slippery, like the other times. At some times when I was walking, I just saw myself going just autopilot mode. I wasn't concentrating on my walking, as if I wasn't looking into details about the walking, but just walking for the sake of walking. But the walking itself happened smoothly. When I was walking, there were kind of two main systems in my leg which helped me to walk. It's kind of hard to explain, but in a way, it felt like a hybrid system. The two main things were my anchor and the whole leg itself. I saw that if I ever need to go up to a certain speed, the initial acceleration is given by my anchor by pushing backwards. But the anchor could only give that quick burst, that quick push at the end of each step. This is where the whole foot helped. It didn't really help much to accelerate, maybe a little, but its main purpose was to keep that speed given by the anchor pushing backwards. By pulling forwards and giving a mild energy when it was in the middle or aligned with my body. But it kind of felt like somewhere in that moment I got a little slower because my ankle had to push again. There were no instances where it didn't push backwards, even when I'm not trying to accelerate. So my anchor was the part helping me accelerate and was also helping me keep the constant speed by giving mini accelerations. I tried walking with my hand at the back, and I suddenly started staring on my steps, uh, and to walk a little slower. This also made me a little unbalanced. After a long time walking on the tiled surface, it kind of felt like I trusted the flow, as if I knew how how my grip would feel like. But when my foot was in different surfaces, like the cement floor, I saw that my walking kind of restarted. I saw that my body got straight and me adding less power to the walking. I saw this happening especially when I was coming back with wet feet and with my slippers on after the session had ended. I just couldn't predict my grip on the wet. I just couldn't predict my grip with wet feet and slippers on the tiled surface. Mindful sitting. First, I felt the seat was cold and hard. I felt my heavy breath and heartbeat after the walking. I felt two places where my breathing paused. The one after the inhale felt the longest. Thank you.
Yes, so it helps to be aware of all those details, like the walking, how the walking process happens, the sitting or the breathing, how that process happens, even our daily activities. That way, if you want to improve a certain quality, you know out of these observations what to do. Right? And sometimes when the ground is slippery, you know that you have to maintain a certain speed. If you go beyond that, there's a risk. Right? So all those things can help you navigate the world smoothly. And that's one of the approaches. Then the other one is that you mentioned, right? Initially, like you just walk for the sake of walking. And although you don't pay attention to vivid details, you can see whether you are mindful, whether you can verify your mindfulness, although the details are not observed. Right? So next time when that happens, try to verify whether you are mindful. Try to verify whether, although the details are not observed, do you have mindfulness? Right? That's an interesting approach to your walking sitting practice. And you can explore that side as well. Usually, your reports are based on vivid details that you observe. That's good. That verifies that you are mindful. But the one you mentioned in the initial part, you just walk for the sake of walking. You just sit for the sake of sitting. Your mind is not interested in observing all the vivid details, but still you can verify that you are mindful, right? So try to see whether you can verify you are mindful in that state. And next time you can tell us your findings. You get it, Tenuka?
Yes, fine answer. I will.
Without all those vivid details, can you verify that you're mindful? Can you tell us your findings on that verification?
Okay, fine answer.
Okay, I think that's it for the sharing part. Tenuka, you can take over and move
Uh,
forward.
Swaminathan, next, I would like to invite Aruni auntie to quickly share the homework with us.
Good evening, everyone. I will quickly share the homework. All right, okay. Last week, activity was done by Auntie Kiniti. That word matters. So we have got, 1 second. I think my screen got stuck. Yeah. We got 4 homework. This is from Auntie Kiniti, the first one, and the second one from, I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. Who sent the second one? Melina, I think. This is from Melina, the second one. Be kind. Then the third one, which is in between the two bouquet of flowers, is from Senaya, and the last one is from Tenuli. So you can give your ideas about this activity, how you felt about it, and what did you carry home, after doing this activity, the message that you took to your life, you can say something. If you want to say something, you can say it now. Kiara or Senaya or what is the other name? Malina. If any one of you are here, you can unmute and contribute ideas. Otherwise, we would. Or Auntie Kiniti wants to say something because her activity is also here.
Yeah, nothing. I think we discussed about it last week. So thank you for sending the photos for those who were able to take capture the work. So thanks for sending it. Just to remind everyone, what we did was, like Tenuka mentioned at the beginning, that when once words are spoken, it cannot be taken back. So it was a nice activity with the bit of kintsugi with the goal lines. So thanks to everyone for sending the homework.
All right. Thank you, Kinti Auntie. So I'll stop sharing and over to Tenuka.
Now I would like to invite Samanthi Auntie to start with the mindful activity.
Okay, thank you, Puta. Hope that you can hear me. Please let me know whether you can hear me.
We can hear Samanthi.
Okay. So then every comfortable now. Hope that after practicing, after sharing against your mind relaxed, feel it, right? Then today we are enjoying nothing. So other days now we find something, some other activities, but today we don't do anything. We enjoy that because most of the time we search for something happy or from some physical goals, some we to be happy, to something to be happy, anything like that. Can't we be happy? That happiness comes within, right? So let's find that happiness without doing any activities. Either you are focusing or not on one thing, what let's right. Then now you already have many times when you practice special in a special point in you try your for this moment. In one thing you this moment before, not later. At this moment, that moment goes back, right? Tehasna, yes, you have something to say? Tehasna, the question? Do you have a question?
Yes, Samanthi, sorry to interrupt. Tehasna was saying that she couldn't hear you properly. I think we all couldn't hear properly because there was a bit of lagging. Maybe now it just got a bit better.
There is a network problem, this problem, but still I try to be happy with it. We have to be
Thank
so,
you.
right?
Yes, thank
Now,
you. Now
can
it
hear?
got better. It's better now.
Okay, sorry for the comfort you felt. Let's see now. At this moment, you all are sitting, I guess, comfortably. You know that Spidey sensors have about Spidey sensors. It was introduced the Spider-Man, right, in 1960s, as I heard. It's a very good idea to keep focusing completely, to be ready about the things what can happen. Just means just right now is the present moment. The next moment, what will happen? Okay, to be focusing in that. Okay, can right now everyone keep your eyes closed and sit comfortably. Listen to the surrounding and find things you can, maybe very close things or very far. The sounds which comes from far or sounds are close to you. Any three things. We will spend 1 minute to listen. Now we will listening activity, but you are not doing anything, you just listen. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. Any three things. Okay, thank you. I think that you can share that with us before we go to one. Can we volunteer? Anyone? Any three things you heard within 1 minute? Maybe far or close sounds. Okay, let's give
Tenuka, you can give the chance, Puta.
Sarah.
Samantha and we have Sahara and who's like
My
Okay.
breathing, my brother's breathing, and the air conditioner.
I had like reading.
My breathing, my brother's breathing, and the air conditioner.
Okay, breathe. You heard breathing. Great. Silence, huh? So
Yeah.
you have heard the silence. That's why you can hear your breath. That's wonderful. Brother's breath. Is he having phlegm? Maybe the sound. Okay, very good. Any others?
next Kiara
Yes,
can
Uta. Let's give Kiara.
surfing, vehicles horning, and trees swaying.
Trees. Did you say?
Trees.
Okay, I had like that. What?
Is that
Right?
the swaying of trees, Kiara? Yes, the swaying of trees and the beeping sound from the vehicles. And what's the other one, Dua?
Bird.
Birds.
I had like birds. Okay, good. Now listen. You know that those sounds are there. Then say the trees wind with the wind. The wind, we don't feel much attention with them, but you know it makes very nice sounds. So that okay, thank you. Now let's see next one.
Next, Samantha, you have Tehasna.
Tehasna. What did you hear?
I hear like water filling up and the cars like zooming.
The cars, water filling.
Yeah, the cars like driving fast, and also the water filling like.
Water into some container, something. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Are those far or close to you?
Next.
Sounds came from far or close? Sorry?
It's a little bit far and I can't hear you still properly.
Okay, good. Thank you. And let's see next. No one? Okay, good. When you listen to the sounds, you may something is silent. Okay, you may listen to the silence as well. There are sounds, many sounds. That is true. But those sounds continuing. There are gaps between sounds. That silent moments are very special. We don't like that silent thing to make the noise and to keep, but the you kind of a great serenity in your mind. Very important to keep balance of our mind. Okay, Kiara, do you have anything to share? You raise your hand by mistake.
Still, I can't hear you properly.
Samantha, if you
Yeah, okay.
switch off
We
your
will add.
video.
Sorry.
We will add something here, right? Now, Samanthi auntie was just saying about the silence that you can hear in between the things, maybe the things that you heard listed as you heard now, because you paid attention, you notice them, right? And also, now another activity we can do is Samanthi auntie's voice is breaking, right? So we can be mindful of that too. Now she was telling about the silence between words, right? So we can see how there is silence, and then from the silence the sound emerges, and then maybe a broken word comes up, right? And then there is again silence, and then again a word appears, right? So if you listen carefully, you can get the message, what it is, right? It's just that we might have to pay a bit of extra attention. So if it happens, let's try to do it as another game maybe, right? Okay. Back to Samanthi auntie. Yes, we are having sometimes a broken
Thank you.
voice, but I thought while we are talking about sounds and listening and silence, this would be a good time to explore that too. Right.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Then another another thing, what you can see in your room around you, right? In your surrounding, maybe you have some things, maybe you don't have much things. We'll take 3 seconds to look around and remind, eyes closed, and keep remembering what are the 3 things you saw. Okay? Give you 3 seconds. Look around and in your 3 things. Did you hear me? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay. For anyone who missed it, I'm
Now
just
keep your eyes closed.
adding the same thing into the chat, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Kiniti aunty has typed it. Okay. Now then, could you remember the things what you when you were in your closed? Or you needed to open and see again? Within 3 seconds, 3 things. That when you keep eyes closed, could you remember the real shape of like, or you could read them exactly as it is.
Okay, I'll try to
If you
be a
didn't get it,
translator.
we
I'll
will do
try.
it again. Did you?
I'll try to be a translator here.
Okay.
Samanthi aunty said when you looked, she said she gave you 3 seconds and asked you to close your eyes. And did you remember? Were you able to name 3 things that you actually saw, or did you feel like did you have the urge to open and actually see? What are your thoughts? Did you vividly remember or not really? Who wants to go?
You remember the color, the shape, with you have to remember 3 things. Let's another okay, let's give another chance. Okay. I will keep my off. I think a problem. Right. Look at surrounding things to your mind. Keep in your memory. Now keep your eyes closed. Can you remember those 3 things as it is with the colors? Or you keep and check with correct. Right. Thank you. Then be honest. If you could remember that problem of it, could not you open your eye and check that color and shape.
Okay, shall I go first? So, for example, I found it difficult the very first time when Samanthi aunty said to close the eyes and think, because I think I didn't pay attention within those 3 seconds. But the second time when she gave us another chance, I looked around within those 3 seconds and spotted like 3 items, and The items were very clear for me when I closed my eyes. The colors, there was one pencil case, half open the zip, and the zip color was like white color. Pencil case was blue color with some drawings in it. So the picture was quite clear the second time for me. So what was your experience? Now, the activity, okay. So Janudi says, I see 2 fans, 2 lights, 1 door. Thank you, Janudi.
Yeah. It should be the color.
Who else wants to go? It's very simple, right?
Okay.
I think we are having a bit of a
Kiniti, can
disturbance.
you?
Yes, Samanthi. I'll stop your video. I think it will be better, right?
Hear me? I feel like you can't hear me.
It is a bit broken, yes.
Right. Because
Now,
we had to go to the next. Can you hear now?
yeah, now it's better.
Okay.
Is it Tenuka?
Right.
Just now we started go
Right,
better.
okay.
Okay. Right. Let's go to the next one. Lee, what you sense with your nose? Any kind of sense with maybe fragrance, maybe something you like, what kind of odor you can get right now to your nose? Maybe you don't get anything, but try to set your nose. Any smell, maybe from your house surrounding, maybe from outside, or maybe from your own body. Maybe it's a fragrance, maybe it's not, because maybe sometimes sweating. Those are natural. Okay, then keep quiet and try to smell. Keep your eyes closed and try to smell. Okay, we'll find something else. Now, get comfortable. Okay, now rub your hands. Rub your hands together. Can you hear me? I will do it by video. Rub your hands together. Well, okay. Now get the smell. You rub it. You get the smell of it? Right. Okay, thank you. Then now when you are doing these things, maybe your mind went out. Now let's find in your mind always have you seen that? The mind has kind of film, like a director, film director. You always keep side, isn't you create your stories. Maybe some stories are clear. Sometimes you create a story in your mind. But the past experience like inner chatter. Because of the inner chatter, your inner peace go out. Inner peace go out, right? With a chatter. Then now we will capture inner chatter. Okay? It's trying to make us aware and is not on anything to make your spidey trap the inner chatter. How to do
Samanthi, sorry, that part was.
to trap chatter? You have
Do we have to spot one inner chatter? Is that right? There is a bit of lagging.
your
If you can put to the chat, maybe we can try to do it and
again
share.
lagging. Okay. Close your eyes, okay? Close your eyes and keep focusing. Please read the chat. Now maybe
Okay, I'll read the chat for them. Close your eyes, focus on your thoughts. Just see what are the thoughts that are popping up in your head. Maybe like clouds, something just appears. And it would be thoughts, and sometimes it would be inner chatter. It just keeps like chatting, telling us something. Try to see if you can catch one of those thoughts. And if you can put in the chat anything that you noticed, any of the thoughts that popped up right now.
you can keep eyes closed because when you are keeping that open, you don't get focus into the thoughts because your eyes are always capturing the things. Keep eyes closed. Kiara, can you hear me? If that is not done, closed, and then just pay attention to your mind. Where it is going? It's going outside.
What is it, darling? What's it, Kiara? How do we do it?
Maybe she could not see the chat.
Do you want to know what to do, Kiara?
Yes.
Okay, so listen now. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Okay? Now see, when I stop talking, what's the voice in your head, right? When I stop talking, no one is talking, everything is kind of silent, still there will be some voice in your head or a thought coming up or something. Try to see how, yes?
How do we put it to you?
Okay, so you are trying to see how to tell it. Okay, so one example is, now when I close my eyes, just before Samanthi auntie's voice was breaking. So maybe at a time there was a voice saying the voice is broken or I couldn't hear or something like that. Okay, that's one thought, right? And like that, try to see what are the things that are going in your head or the thoughts, and you can just share with us one of them. I'm hungry, I'm bored, this is difficult for me, this activity is difficult today, it's not very clear, right? So different thoughts are popping. That's not you telling it, right? It's just popping. So try to catch what are the thoughts that are currently, like a bubble making machine. Different thought bubbles are coming. So try to see what are the any one. You don't have to catch a lot. Just share one. Okay? Right. See, you have to try. Now you ask the question without trying. First try and see.
But I know how to do it. How do we
Tell. Okay, so what tell me one thing that you felt. Is it like I'm tired now? Or what was the kind of voice that you heard? You have to give us a hint, otherwise how can I help you? Was it boredom, hunger, want to finish this, or I'm happy, or what was it? You have to tell something.
I'm happy.
Happy. Was that something that came from your head here, inside your little head? Yes? Okay, so Kiara was feeling something along the lines of happy, right? Okay. Anything? Tenuka, you want to help us?
Uh, I I I didn't I didn't feel any like emotions. I was just also like what Savina said earlier today, like in autopilot mode. So I was just there, but it felt I was like mostly worried about like unpuzzling Savanthi Auntie's voice. So yeah, that was my main goal.
Yeah, it was a similar thing for me also. It was a bit quiet in my head, and I was trying hard to find something. Sometimes the inner chatter is there, but
Yeah.
right now, when she said maybe because we were doing some activity where we bring our attention to the present, I couldn't catch a proper thought. So, similar thing for me. Olu, can you help us with something?
My thought was that, like, I was thinking that I should focus on my thoughts.
You should focus on your voice.
No,
Focus on your thoughts. Okay, so she was thinking about focusing on her thoughts. That's a nice one, yes. Because somebody told you to do it, now that was what was ringing in your head, right? Yeah, what's it, Olu? You are going to say something. Nothing to add? Okay. Janudi says, I can hear many people's voices. Yes, so after we talk and stop talking, sometimes the voices echo as well, right? So I'm not sure if she said that once we went silent or we are just hearing a lot of voices. And she hears beautiful things, it seems. Yes. So that's like a ringing voice that's going on sometimes. Yes, Aradhya also has something. The voice kept telling, stop talking and find the inner chatter. Yes, it's very difficult to catch a thought when we keep talking. So we have to stop talking a bit. Good one, Aradhya.
Hear me? Can you?
Savanthi Auntie.
I can't. Okay, they so in the same issue that I can hear you all, but my voice is really what. Then now my inner chatter is like what to. So then I'm chatting. I'm chatting in the chatting box because my inner chatter asked me to and give you. Right. Now you may feel when we are not thinking like not in head. So it's really bored. That boredom very important. It makes your chemicals well balanced. At that moment, we don't want it. So that's the moment the people who have found the things in this world, they have done something different, changes. They have used their board time. Time is best something different. But why we want to the thought? So keep the thoughts away. You become clear and wise. That you are up by keeping the thoughts. Because from age to be with, isn't it, Auntie? We are always trained to be thoughtful. Even in school, we are asked to think, imagine. So we are thinking always. But when the things are getting wrong, we don't know how to face it. That because our thinking has covered our wisdom. So I think the non we have it wise. Can hear me? Right. So then, Kiriti Auntie. Okay, let's.
I think since we have reached the time as well, maybe we can summarize and conclude now. Will that be all right? Okay, so to summarize, still Samanthi Aunty types it for us. Samanthi Aunty was trying to do, because our topic today was trying to force inner peace. Yes, like, come on, inner peace, I don't have all day for this, come on now, right? So it doesn't come like that, but we can trick our mind into getting into that thing. So how we trick our mind is, we focus on something in the present. So that is what Samanthi Aunty did now, right? Maybe we can try to spot 5 things we see around us. So now we are slowly coming to the present moment whenever we pay attention to the room around us. So this is a very good exercise to do, maybe just before an exam. So remember the examples we shared with Bante during the at the start of the topic, different times where we feel where we are not calm or composed, right? So at any of these times, this is a very good grounding technique, right? If you pay attention to 5 things around you, immediately you are being pulled to this moment where you are connected with your body and this moment. So 5 things you see, and then you try to find 3 things that you can hear, right? And maybe another 2 things that you can smell, right? Maybe 3 things that you can touch right now without moving anywhere. If you touch maybe your clothes, maybe your desk or wherever the seat, right? So this connecting with our spidey senses will naturally bring that inner peace to us, right? So try this whenever you are nervous, confused, different emotions storming through you, or else whenever you are not calm and you just want a bit of peace, this is a very good technique to get to this moment. It's called a grounding technique. So that's what Samanthi auntie was trying to do it. I, of course, resonated with it. We just had to be a little bit patient with the technical difficulties. I know it's a bit difficult and maybe a bit annoying, or we have to strain our ears or keep listening. It's not as, if the communication was seamlessly coming through, it would have been very difficult. But these are the moments that we face day to day, right? And as mindful kids, we are being prepared to face it, right? Okay, this is what the present moment is offering us. Can I just face it? I'll try. Okay, it's a bit difficult. Let me see. If training is stressful for me, I'll just let it be. So this is a very good practice. I think Samanthi auntie gave us a great opportunity to really explore our different emotions and what's going on at a difficult time. So thank you, Samanthi auntie. With even amongst this connection issues, we still got your message. Thank you very much for that effort, right? So
Thank you very much for doing the activity.
Not
for
the
me.
activity, conclusion, right? Okay.
Finally, Kinithi auntie did everything, huh? I applause for her. You got some. I'm happy about it. Okay, we can conclude, right?
Thank you. Over to you, Tenuka. Thanks.
Thank you.
Most Venerable Dhammakusala Swamin Wahanse, as we come to the end of today's program, I would like to briefly summarize our session. As usual, we began with a short story on mindfulness, followed by mindful walking and mindful sitting meditation, after which we discussed our reports with the group. I would like to specially thank Samanthi auntie for doing today's special activity, observing our free time, which helped us become more aware of how we spend our moments. As a light and fun note, even unpuzzling her voice at some times was also a part of the experience, which required our utmost level of mindfulness. Finally, on behalf of all the mindful friends who have participated for today's session, I would respectfully extend my gratitude to Most Venerable Dhammakusala Thero for guiding us and for offering this valuable experience in mindfulness. May everyone have a mindful week ahead. Thank you. Peruan Sanai, all of you.
Thank you, Tenuka, for that nice closing.
Thank you, Ginjan.
Thank you, all the kids. Have a mindful week, everyone.
Have a mindful week, everyone.
Have a mindful week, everyone. You too, everyone.